Okay, everybody. All right, welcome to the Rennell Reed Show. Hi, Katelyn.
Hi, Rennell.
How are ya?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
Pound it.
Pound it. Like we always do.
I'm so happy.
Me too. So
All right.
it's been, so this is this is sort of the Christmas episode.
Of the Rennell Reed Show.
Which has been going on for...
Many years. 13 years.
13 years and counting.
And counting. As long as I'm alive.
So like 90 more years?
Who knows?
Who knows? So topic
number one. We could reflect on the time when the two of us played the Trouble game.
Yes. In 2005.
And you remember who we were with? Evan, Charlotte, and you and me.
Yes.
The four of us played Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Now...
Where were we?
In Evan's basement?
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Evan O'Connell.
Yeah. Evan O'Connell.
Shout out to Evan O'Connell if you're watching.
Yep. Miss
you, buddy. Right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's, I would love to see him.
I know, me too. I wonder where he's living.
As far as I know, I've seen him at the 25th camp, anniversary camp celebration.
You did?
Yeah.
The overnight one?
Yeah, and I seen Patrick Lynch.
No
you remember
way.
Him?
Of course.
When the very first films that we made, remember those films?
Mm-hmm. We did like a news anchor thing.
At the train
station. It was really cold, I remember.
Kind of. It was the fall, like October.
Yeah, but I get cold.
Of 2004.
Really. And remember we went, we tried to go miniature golfing with camp, but I think that we were really late.
Uh-huh.
Remember that? In my red
car. Yeah, I remember that. So,
can I interrupt and ask for an update about the 25th anniversary of Double H? Because I had to miss it, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't heard anything.
It was awesome. It was great.
What'd you guys do?
We did a lot of Double H activities.
Like what?
We did canoe, boating, arts and crafts.
Oh, the barn.
You had a choice. What you wanted between those 3 or 4? Then lunch. No ropes, I don't think.
Oh, that was my next question.
Yeah, ropes were... We didn't have the ropes.
Yeah, that's a lot to put together.
But I do remember something from my last alumni session there that I would like to share on the show.
Please.
I said the counselor actually let me use the radio to say, "Attention all cabins, attention all cabins." I will have a interesting talent show act tonight. But I said it anonymously. I didn't think anybody would know it was me.
Right.
Just a voice. Just a voice coming on the radio.
Yeah.
And saying that.
Right.
I did get some responses.
What'd they say?
10-4, Rennell Reed.
They knew immediately?
Some of them did.
I would have known.
You ever used a radio?
Only very rarely.
Only like the unit leaders.
Yeah. I probably only used it like 3 times. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Do you know
Yes.
who it was that said 10-4 Rennell Reed?
Who?
They could. I don't know. I'm asking.
So,
I mean, it might have been me. Was I there?
yeah, you were, but I would know your voice too.
Yeah, that's true. That's really funny that happened. I don't remember that. And then,
You don't remember that, right?
not really.
Okay.
So, in the 25th anniversary, sorry, I'm backtracking a little bit. Was there a talent show portion?
Maybe I wasn't there both days, but the one Saturday, yes.
Did you stay
There was
over?
no.
Oh, okay.
There was no talent show that Saturday,
So you were there morning till evening.
the first day. Yes.
Okay.
That was it.
So, oh my gosh, how fun. Who did you hang out with the most?
Scott Royale,
Uh-huh.
that's Jackie's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Lynch,
Mm-hmm.
and Evan O'Connell. Do you also know Erin Peeney?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
She was there.
She works at Double H now, like, permanently. I think she works in, I forget what she does, but she works there. I think she's a volunteer coordinator.
She might be.
Yeah.
Um,
She's fun.
Yeah, she is. Now, yes, they did. They did say 10-4, but they
Rennell
knew
Reed.
my name.
That's so funny.
But a lot of people said 10-4.
Yeah. And I mean,
But I spoke anonymously just to see if they could figure out who it was.
Right.
By voice.
right. I will say, for our viewers who aren't Double H people,
Mm-hmm.
they should know that you're kind of a legend at camp. Like, I mean, who at camp doesn't know you? Everybody knows you.
Yes.
Like, you're a big deal.
Every time I go there,
It's
everybody.
like everybody knows you.
Even for the annual Christmas parties they have.
Did you go to the Christmas party this year?
Yes.
And?
it was great.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Who did you see?
Jackie, Scott,
Ugh,
and
best.
Kate Walsh.
Ah, miss her.
Yeah. But now I'm sort of backtracking or I'm sort of
Circling back.
circling.
Mm-hmm.
Not really circling back, but
That's your show. You're allowed to do whatever you want.
yeah. It's kind of in topic, but a little bit off topic.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you remember how every session for camp we would have like musicians, performers, like play music for 2 hours or so during
Yeah.
every session?
Usually something different every
session.
Like
a musician or somebody will come, like maybe when we get through with Train Talk Friendship, that could be us showing our movie.
Yes.
For that
Yep.
hour and a half or 2 hours or however long this
Yeah.
movie is.
I think that a dream of mine is to premiere the movie at camp. Like maybe during an alumni session,
Yes.
because they'll get it more, you know?
They know.
They're a little older, they'll appreciate
Uh-huh.
it more.
Like, even in alumni sessions, we had like a movie or musician come for a couple hours.
Yeah. One time we made a movie at camp, remember that?
Yes.
Being on the golf cart and stuff.
To sort of be the trailer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
It was the trailer, you're right.
We didn't get to the
I'd like
candy.
to rewatch that. Oh, yeah. Thank you. You want
And
to split it?
I have this one.
Okay. I'll hold. So, okay, Can I ask a different, totally off-topic topic?
It's totally off topic.
I'd like to talk about the recent change in New York City filming laws
Yes.
that occurred, which is great.
Not recent. Like 6-7 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, recent news to me.
Recent news to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind the times,
Yeah.
you could say.
Okay.
Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Pound it.
We love candy on the Rennell Reed show. Don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's not a Rennell Reed show if there isn't candy.
Correct.
Although,
Anyway,
these are new for us.
yes, these are.
I like it.
Now, you wanted to talk about the change in the New York City filming laws. Okay. What do you want to ask?
Well, what I remember is if you wanted to film in New York City, anything, independently, you could use handheld camera, and the second a tripod hit the ground, you had to pay, and you could be fined. So we couldn't use a tripod, which any filmmakers who are watching know that's really frustrating. And then,
This is for anybody in NYC.
yeah. So then, not so recently, apparently, this has changed.
Yes.
And how did that come about?
Because a group of filmmakers and photographers in the city got some lawyers and did a class action lawsuit
Because they were fed up.
because they were so fed up with the laws
So great.
that they sued the city and won.
Yes.
I'm so glad they won.
I know. Because honestly, we were a little hesitant. I mean, to make Train Talk Friendship movie that's been kind of an issue. Because part of the movie takes place in New York City.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
Like 80%
Right.
of it does.
And we knew that was going to be a major expense. And I think there's a little bit of chocolate on your pants. Just pick that up and eat it.
Right here.
You got it. So it doesn't get on your white sweatshirt.
Right.
Rennell's looking very stylish today for the show. I wish that I got the memo to look so stylish.
But you're okay. And I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they
Yeah.
sued the city.
Me too. I
No-
can't believe they won, honestly. I'm shocked, but I'm so happy. If they're watching right now, that group of filmmakers and photographers, thank you from Rennell and I. Major thank you. Now, what other topics did we want to cover? We had so many. This is the Christmas episode. Oh, I know. For my Christmas present this year, I would like to hear some impersonations.
Impersonations. Okay. Metro North?
I would love to start with Metro North.
Okay. Now, this is the train to Grand Central. The next station is Harlem, 125th Street. All right. Huh?
Keep going. I'm just laughing.
I'd laugh too. As you leave the train, please watch the gap between the train and the platform.
What about the doors?
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That's my favorite one.
That's the New York City subway. Now there's another one I heard. Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, please do not block or hold the car doors while the train is in the station. And please do not lean against the doors.
Yes, that was a good one. That's a long one.
Now, when they, certain trains, like I think the 7 train, when they get to Times Square, this is Times Square, 42nd Street. Now, here's the one that follows it. Transfer is available to the 1, 2, 3, 8, C, E, N, Q, and R trains. Connection is available to the shuttle to Grand Central. Connection is available to the Port Authority bus terminal.
Wow, that was a good one.
The guy who recorded that is Charlie Pellet.
He's the voice?
Yes.
Oh my god. I'd like to have him on the show. You guys could battle to see who does it better.
Impersonate.
Yeah.
Right? Well, he did the recordings.
Wow.
For them. Now, I don't know who did the ones you hear in the station. Like, I think he did some of them, but I think it's another guy, but I can sound just like whoever it is who did the ones you hear at the station where they say, yes, it was Charlie Pellet who did this one, though. But let me give this one to you. Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
Which is, I need to say, one of the most important ones. Because it's so annoying when people try and get on the train before you get off.
Yes.
Especially in the subway.
But these are grown people that are being told this.
Right.
A lot of them are. They're not kids.
Right. But they have to be treated like kids sometimes, right?
Yes.
So funny.
Although the two of us are adults, you and me, on our little adventures that we've had together, we've acted like kids before.
Absolutely. We seem to kind of act like kids a lot.
Yes.
But I think it's okay.
Uh-huh. I love the one saying, please step aside and let customers off the train first.
If only everybody listened as well as you do. Then it would be so nice, no chaos. It would just be
People would
nice.
love each other and
People would love each other.
and laugh and play, but there's not that many people like that in the world.
No, not so many. Probably most of our viewers are like that.
Uh-huh. I think so.
I think so. Most of our friends are like that.
Like Alex Clemens.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Alex Clemens. Hey, buddy.
I'd love it if he was in our Train Talk friendship.
He was cast in the original cast.
Yeah.
I think he did the trailer. Didn't he?
With us. Mm-hmm. Maybe I could one day be the next kind of James Earl, or you could be one of the most iconic actresses in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. I think you and me together are gonna take over Hollywood.
Because we're so good at what we do.
And then, what's always been our big dream? To be bi-coastal.
Mm-hmm.
A house in LA.
And in New York City.
Mm-hmm. I think we need one up here and one in New York City.
Absolutely.
Okay, what else do we have to talk about?
Well, I needed to ask you what the reason was why you laugh anytime I do those impersonations.
I think that the reason I think it's so funny is because they're so spot on. And it's like, I'm looking at you and I'm looking at it come out of your mouth, but it feels like I'm standing in the subway listening to the subway person. And for some reason it always just makes me
Metro
laugh.
North.
Or Metro North.
Recording.
Or Julie from Amtrak.
Yes.
The original, my original favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble
Finding trains in between the two cities.
Because she always sounds like she's smiling, even though she's giving you bad news.
when oh, we forgot about these Twizzlers.
Oh, yeah. What do you think of them? Let me hold.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Did you? You would like some.
I had never had them before until today. What do we got? 2 flavors.
Uh-huh.
Twizzlers filled bites. They're like gushers.
Yeah.
Remember gushers?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite candy?
I would have to say Twizzler.
Yeah, the plain, like regular old Twizzlers.
No, these.
These filled bites?
With these flavors, but the big ones.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know what I like a lot? You ever have those little Twizzler, like, nibs? They're red and, like, little squares, kind of this big. And they're really good.
Mm-hmm.
I like those a lot. Next time I'd like to bring those.
Mm-hmm.
I also really like Twix.
Yes. What time is it?
10:35 a.m.
Okay.
Thursday,
Thursday,
December
21st.
Is it the 21st?
That's today's date.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
First day of winter.
Longest or
2017.
shortest day of the year?
Yeah. So,
It's the first day of winter today?
yes.
Oh my gosh. It is cold here.
Mm-hmm. In upstate New York.
Yes.
But in California, it's warm.
I have become such a baby about the cold. I'm freezing all the time up here. I think when you live in California for a little while, your blood it forgets how to be cold.
Cold. And then it hits you like, whoa.
Yeah, like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel freezing cold all the time or fine?
I'm used to this.
You're used to it.
Now, I'd like to ask you about how it was living in New York City.
Well,
Did you ever have any ooh and ah moments? But when I said, I think you misunderstood me when I said ooh and ah moments, because what I meant was, do you ever gaze up at a really tall building and your mouth just kind of
yeah.
like, whoa.
Wow.
Or I know that's probably something tourists do when they go there, but did you? Did you?
I definitely did. I think you can't help it. Even if you live there, even if it's like you see it every day, some of these buildings are just unbelievable. Or like just some of the crazy things that you see
when you live there.
Yeah.
And you never visited the Empire State Building. You never seen Times Square and all the things that tourists do?
Well, I never went to the Empire State Building, which is a little bit silly, but I have been to Times Square. Have you seen the Empire State Building?
Yeah, I have.
Did you go up in it? Was it cool?
Like 4 years ago.
And? What do you think?
The view from up top there is like, whoa.
Yeah, that must be incredible.
Yeah, yes it is. And I thought maybe, well, you lived in Brooklyn, one of the other boroughs.
Yeah.
Well, ooh and ah moments are exactly what I talked about, just said.
Yeah.
Where you gaze up at a tall building like you're a tourist.
You know when I sometimes had ooh and ah moments? Both in Brooklyn, looking over into Manhattan, and
the
seeing
skyline.
the skyline, especially at night.
Hmm.
That's really, really, really beautiful.
And the Brooklyn Bridge when they have it lit up.
Absolutely stunning.
I've never seen that, but I've seen it. I want to do it, but
Yeah.
I've never seen it in person.
Yeah.
I've always seen it on TV
Oh, you'd absolutely love it.
in person.
Have you ever gone down to see the tree?
No, but I've been to Radio City for
Oh.
the annual for the Christmas show
That's right.
that they do.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
And a couple times I let you know because I knew you were going to school there. Maybe possibly I could meet you, but I don't think it ever worked out.
I think it usually was when I was home in Albany for Christmas. That's when you always went to the city. Because we never crossed paths in New York City, which is so crazy.
Another one I saw, Tommy Dyer.
Oh, yeah? Where'd
And
you
he
see
still
him?
lives in New York City.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. How's he doing?
He's doing great.
He's a funny guy.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen him in many, many, many years.
I remember when he used to tickle me. And he would say, Rennellito, Rennellito, Rennellito.
I'm sure he would love it if he is watching right now that you just remembered that.
I would love it when he would tickle me.
He's funny. When was that? At camp?
Yes.
He was a nut. And he was around in the early years of camp.
Uh-huh.
Like 04.
They started in 93.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of an unrelated question, but I see this really cool bike in here.
Over there.
Do you ride your bike a lot?
In the summer, not the winter.
Yeah, that's probably pretty smart.
Because I wouldn't want the cold wind zipping by me at 10 or 15 miles an hour.
Right. Plus, what if
It's
you hit
very
a patch of
cold
ice? That could
and fall off.
yeah, that could be pretty ugly. But it's a cool bike anyway. Looks fast.
Thank you. Absolutely. Hey, Katelyn, I remember a ooh and ah moment that you said you had while you were living in NYC. When something about Obama
Oh, yeah.
coming to the
Office.
city.
Well, yeah, when he when he won the election, I can't remember if it was the first time or the second time. I think it was the first time. I was leaving work. It was the nighttime. It was like 8 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night. And I was leaving work in the East Village and walking to the subway, and there was a humongous party on the streets. Everybody was out dancing and playing music and just so happy. And it was really amazing. And I stayed and hung around and celebrated with everybody for, an hour or two, and it was just incredible.
Maybe I think we will be famous one day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it. I'm pretty sure of it.
Did you know there are certain music that I listen to where I could use you in a film with that music in it, where you're in some city you really want to visit, like Tokyo.
Yeah.
You've been there?
I've never been there.
Tokyo.
That could be cool.
I think you'd be ooh and ah
I
about
think so too.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Because-
Paris sounds pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Why Tokyo?
Because it's just New York City, but on I think a much larger scale.
Wow. I can't even imagine that.
13 million people.
Oh my God.
I
How
could
many
be
million
more.
are in New York City?
like 10 million
10,
people.
yeah. Wow. That is wild. I'm pretty excited for the day that you come see LA.
I should.
I mean,
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Have you been by the Hollywood sign?
uh-huh. I have.
Any
It's cool.
any good films you've been in?
Yeah. Some pretty good films. Nothing that's done yet, though. Nothing that's out yet. But a few things that I'll have to send your way and get your feedback on, actually.
You never met J.J. Abrams or Steven Spielberg or any of the famous ones?
Not yet. But if they're watching, I would like to meet you.
Meet them. We'd like to meet them.
We'd like to meet them ASAP.
And I hope they see our show one day.
I know. Well, I mean, I hope they see it soon before we're famous.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, they'll probably watch it when they're famous, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, they're talking about us."
Now, I want to go back to Double H for a minute, because, impersonations as well, because if I had just one more shot at alumni of 2012, I think I would have done impersonations of Metro North and the New York City subway and Amtrak and all those recordings.
Yeah.
If I could have had just one more opportunity to do a talent show act there.
Well, I mean, you have a pretty good venue right here.
On the Rennell Reed
But I
show.
totally agree with you. Yeah, that would have been cool. And you know what would have been fun? If we enacted as if we were on the subway.
Yeah.
And but you were just the voice, but we could all move like we were getting on and off the train.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. And how would you do it?
Stand clear of the doors, please. There's another one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being held by the train's dispatcher.
Oh, yeah.
We thank you for your patience.
Even though nobody's being patient.
Right. Everybody's in a rush.
How about
now,
safety announcement? I don't know it very well.
Now, I like the subway, and especially the loudness of it. Remember, you used to live there. You know about that, right? The loudness of it.
I love it.
And some stations are 2-level, and if you're on the lower level, you can hear the train rumble above you on the upper level platform.
Crazy. Yeah. And then sometimes you get that really strong wind when the train's on the way.
Yes. I like that.
I do too.
Every aspect of trains, subways, and anything to do with trains, I love it.
Is there anything about trains that you don't love?
How they're late from time to time.
But even when they're late, it's still fun
It's
because
still fun.
usually you still get to hear a recording of why they're late.
Yes. I would say that's about it.
Yeah. Besides that, they're just the best.
It's just the quickest way to get around New York City.
Absolutely.
And the quickest way to New York City, like if you live upstate.
Yeah.
Better than the bus.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
There's just something about bus travel that is kind of terrible. Don't you think? I would just so much rather be on a train.
Well, it's smoother. Yeah. And you just listen to the little sounds you hear on the train, like the sound of the air vent, the sound of the little things, kind of doors, kind of rattling, and when people walk between the cars, it's it to me it delivers kind of a peaceful aspect to train riding.
Yo, it's so great.
How about did you think do you think the same?
Yeah, I found, well, I think that the most relaxing, great to ride trains are probably Amtrak and Metro North, especially Amtrak.
Yes.
Is just lovely and luxurious. But even the New York City subway,
which is also a train.
which is a train, is even that's fun for me to ride. I always enjoyed it, looking around at all the different people. What are they doing? What are they wearing? Where are they going? I always wonder.
And I love the when they're moving, the kind of swaying motion, and some of them are louder. I mean, the older trains are going to have more loudness to them, but I like that.
I do too.
And how it, and also the little sort of hissing sounds that those trains make when they, and the screeching noises they make when they go around curves.
Yep.
I think it's the wheels grinding or doing. That's what I think.
I don't know. I would ask you. I ask you all my train questions. Always have.
Yes, it probably is the wheels.
Yeah.
Trying to turn.
You know what I really love? How some of the trains, when you go into like Brooklyn or Astoria, or even like Upper Manhattan, how they become above ground.
Elevated.
I like that. And then you get this beautiful view of the city.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
I like that too. And in Brooklyn, some of them are a lot is like elevated, but there's a lot of underground. And in the Bronx, it's elevated.
Yeah, a lot of them are elevated.
And it's around 125th Street, it's elevated. You've been in that area, 125th Street?
Yeah, not a lot, but a little bit.
I know that's a famous area to shop.
Yeah. Well, I mostly know that area because of riding the train into the city.
And I like when they go elevated.
Yeah.
Because you get to see buildings. You get to kind of see where you are.
Yes, I love that.
But I like when they're in the tunnel and how the sound echoes through the tunnel.
Like how is it Amtrak or Metro North that I love it so much when it hits 125th Street and then it goes underground, and then you know you're close.
Yeah, Amtrak. In the tunnel.
Yeah, I love that. And it gets really loud and dark.
The loudness is from the motor engine.
Like echoing?
Through the tunnel, because the sound has really nowhere to go. So it just echoes through the tunnel.
Right. So fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the trains are great. We're lucky we have them.
I'm glad we do.
Me too.
Anyways, back to the being in New York. It's great. It was great living there, right?
It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. I really miss it.
You ever walk across the Brooklyn Bridge?
Because remember, my first 2 years of living there, the first year I lived right on the Manhattan side of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Right in Manhattan.
In Manhattan, lower Manhattan. And then at Pace University. And then my second year in New York City, I moved to Brooklyn right on the other side of the bridge. So sometimes I could walk the bridge to go to class.
Yes. And when you were first going there, you, I guess, packed everything on the train, right?
I think so. Or I might have, maybe my dad drove me down when I first moved there, because I had so much stuff with me.
Yeah.
And then any other time, I always took the train.
Your first, to get to your dorm.
Yeah.
You and then you get a cab from Penn Station to your place or to your dorm
Subway.
or subway.
Subway. I think I only took cabs very rarely
Uh-huh.
in New York City. Mostly I had to take the train because I loved it so much, and it's so much less expensive.
I can totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Trains are the best.
Best. Okay, what have
All right.
we not covered?
What have we... Okay.
We covered
For the last 4 minutes of our little show, for the last few minutes of our show, what have we not said?
Let's talk updates. I mean, like, have you seen any great movies lately?
Star Wars, I think.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
How was it?
Pretty good.
Let's
Pretty
get
good.
a review, a filmmaker's review of the new Star Wars.
No, I haven't seen Star Wars, but I've heard it's really good.
Oh. Are you going to see it, you think?
Yeah, last movie I seen was American made about the CIA agent.
Starring Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, what do you think?
It was there was a bit of confusion in it. It was kind of all over. It was like set in the 1980s, early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and he's flying back and forth, laundering money from I think South America or Mexico or something, and bringing it to the United States.
So it was a little bit confusing,
Yeah.
but overall, 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
Probably a 7.
Okay, not bad.
Now keep in mind, if we become famous, keep in mind that Access Hollywood, Extra, and Entertainment Tonight, they're all gonna be kind of on us.
Yeah. Yeah, people will be...
Wanting to know what we're up to.
And what do you think, how do you think you'll handle that?
I'll handle it with,
Like, do you think that it'll bother you, or you'll be kind of cool with it?
I think I'll be cool with it.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, I mean, you have already experienced fans coming up to you outside a few times and being like, "Oh my God, are you Rennell Reed? I've seen your films."
Yes.
And that felt
Really great.
pretty great. Yeah.
Al, before we close our show, I think we were at a block party in 2011 at Alumni I came to you and I said, the paparazzi is taking pictures of us. And me, but it's not just you, Katelyn.
No.
Me and me as well.
Yeah.
And you looked at me, but you were kind of smiling, saying, "What? Oh my gosh, I hate this."
Yeah.
That's literally what you said.
Yeah. I think it made me a little nervous. But you didn't seem to, it didn't really bother you.
Not really.
Yeah. I mean, you're just more, I think you're more comfortable with the idea of fame. You know,
Yes.
you're just cool with it. You're like, whatever,
Whatever.
who cares? It's not going to change you. Do you think that you're going to become like,
A lot of guards around.
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think you'll be like friendly still,
Yes.
happy to meet people, give autographs maybe.
Yes. If you become are you going to change your way of living? Are you still going to ride the trains? Still going to live like you did before?
I hope so, absolutely. I mean, I absolutely plan on it.
You absolutely plan on it.
Yeah. I mean, I think life will be a little bit different because we'll just be able to make movies all day,
a lot.
every day if we want, and afford to make movies.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I think we'll be exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. And how are you gonna get a chauffeur, or just live like you did in NYC? Just ride the trains, subways, and everything.
Trains. I really don't like to drive.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had to drive, maybe I don't know. Maybe I would get a chauffeur if I could afford it,
Mm-hmm.
or just take taxis and Uber.
Or trains.
I mean, trains, of course. But I mean, if I'm thinking, because we'll probably be living in a few different places.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll have to go different places for work.
For filming work.
Right. And in Los Angeles, for example, it's a lot of driving.
So, yeah.
So
I think they're making a high-speed rail for California.
I hope.
Yeah, they are.
That would be awesome.
From Los Angeles to San Francisco.
Really?
So
Oh my God, cool.
with many years from now, probably we could take the high-speed train.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would like the high-speed train.
I think so too. I think we'd love it.
Anyways, I think we're almost out of time.
I think we are, unfortunately, yeah. This was a good one.
Such a great show.
Such a great show. I'm so happy that we got to make this show happen today.
Yes.
Thank you again for having me on the show.
All right. Explode it.
Explode it.
And we would like to thank our viewers for watching.
Thank you, viewers. This has been our pleasure to give you a show.
Okay, we're going to wrap things up, and it was a pleasure for me to have you on my show today.
Thank you so much, Rennell.
Another pound it for a great show. All right.
Okay.
That's the big dream.
Mm-hmm. Well. Will we have a phone call on the show?
Absolutely. I silenced it.
You want to see who it is? Maybe it's a guest. We can pull this into the show. Was it an alarm?
Yes.
That's a nice phone.
We'll cut that out.
That's the beauty of editing, right?
Yeah.
That's why we don't shoot this stuff live.
Right.
Although it feels like we do, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.